Hello, and welcome to Hearthstone. Um, Whispers of the Old Gods has been released, Standard has been released, so I figured it's time to start playing again. Ooh. Awesome. And we've got a quest here for 5 Old Gods packs. Win 2 games in the Standard format. Should be easy enough. Before we do that, let's open these 3 packs. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at that. So we did get a Old Gods card there. Change here. Confirm. So this is the one that everyone gets. 10 mana 6/6 battle cry. Deal damage equal to the minion's attack randomly split among all enemies, and there's a bunch of minions that you can use to buff his attack as well. Attack and defense. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see whether that will come into play or not. I suppose it's better now because you don't need some absurd combo to make your deck really good anymore, thanks to standard. So just a rare in this one. South Sea Squid Face is a very playable card. Happy with that. Shaman, 2 mana deal 4 damage, overload 1. It's okay. Bladed Cultist seems pretty good as well. Journey below. Discover a Death Out card. Okay. Like the animation for that, even. Oh, got an epic here. And a rare. Faceless Summoner is also very good for tempo. Vested Wolf. Not bad, could see some play as well. Tentacles Franz, not the best epic, unfortunately. It's going to be difficult to find a deck which that really fits into. And a rare here. Okay. So let's start off by doing some arena here. I'm just going to retire my old deck because it doesn't have any new cards in, so yeah, it's a waste of gold, but hey ho. Maybe I'll get in a Whispers of the Old Gods pack from this. Yeah, I did. And an Old Gods card as well. Okay. Already got 2 of that card. I'm probably going to be disenchanting some. So, let's see how this expansion changes the meta. Let's go with Rogue. Probably the best class out of those 3. Right. Midnight Drake seems not that great. Fizzle-T is sort of a sprint, but less good sprint. Enough Raptor is just a really good free drop. Shadow Strike, it's removal. Better than these 2, I suppose. You can only attack your hero attack this turn. That's not actually a bad free drop because we're playing Rogue. I think I'm quite happy getting that. I'll take a Betrayal here. And an Eviscerate. Yeah. Organ Infiltrator. Get that tempo going. 015 isn't great for 3 mana, unfortunately. Could just take the 10 mana 10/10. Guess I will. It's an easy pick there. Bloodsail. Decent 2-drop. Uncity Huckster. Death Rattle, add a random class card to your hand from your opponent's class. That seems pretty good. suppose a sap is fine. I really like Buccaneer. Fluted Hoarder seems quite playable as well, but I'd rather have the good tempo cards at the moment. And a fan of. Oh, I kind of want all three of these, honestly. Um, I don't have a 5-drop yet, but you want some AoE in your deck. Um, I've already got some removal from the Shadow Strike, so Assassinate not so important. I mean, it is important to have the good mid-game / late-game cards. Um, I do have a Betrayal as well. Okay, I'm going to take the Shadowpan Rider here. Another Swarmer, that's fine. Ooh, 2 mana 3/1 with Stealth. Interesting. The Psychotron doesn't seem that great, by the way. It's just for that amount of mana. Like, the reason a Noratron is so good is because it's got Divine Shield, Taunt, and 2 health, so it's quite annoying to get rid of. Eviscerate is really good. I do already have one. So how many early game cards I got? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 14 cards. Okay, I'm going to take an Eviscerate then. We're doing okay on early game. Deadly versus Aberrant Berserker. It's better than Sentient Shieldmaster, but I'm just going to take the Deadly, I think. Piloted, awesome. I don't want to take a second sap really. Guess I'll take an Explosive Sheep, some removal. Sure, Shattered Sun's fine. Oh, just take the 3 mana 3/3. Like, Validated Doomsayer is really trash in Arena. Scaled Nightmare is sort of the same, for the exact same reason. I mean, I guess I can take the Scaled Nightmare. So I don't want to make my early game too weak, really. What minions do I have which are good to really copy? Maybe an Undercity. Pilot Shredder is fine. That's it really. Let's just take an Enhancer. Ah, I got offered another Fan of Knives. Though, South Sea Squidface. Yeah, I'm a bit lacking on 4s at the moment. Blade Flurry got nerfed big time, up to 4 mana. So I don't fancy taking that. Just having one of them. Another Shadow Strike, I guess. Zealous Initiate. Or another Sap. I can't take 2 Faceless Behemoths because that's just too many dead cards in sort of a late game. Yeah. Guess I'll take another Sap. Clockwork. Got 1 mech. 3 mechs. Yeah, well it's just a 5 mana 5/5, which is fine. Let's take another 4-drop here. South Sea is fine in Rogue. And another Shadowpan. Happy about getting that as well. Corrupted Seer is it's sort of like a Consecrate as well, but it can hit your own cards. think I'm just going to take the Kazan Mystic and I'll finish our deck. So overall we got fairly solid cards, decent early game. Hopefully the Undercity Hucksters will stop us running out of cards. Our late game could be better. I don't think a Faceless Behemoth is very good because it doesn't leave you any mana to do anything else for the rest of that turn. And Scaled Nightmare isn't that great either. But if we gain control of the board early game and then stick this on the board, it might be that the enemy just can't really deal with it. And if you have to deal with it with like spells like fireballs and stuff, you get more out of it than say a Bold Fist Ogre. So yeah, not terrible. We'll have to see how this goes. I'm hoping Arena will be a little bit easier with the expansion because to start with there'll be more new players because it always gets like media attention and stuff when you release a new expansion. And second, people don't really know how good the cards are. So people sort of got set in their ways with the old cards, so hopefully this will stir things up. We'll see how we do. Ah, another rogue. I'm gonna dig for some early game here. It's quite important against another rogue. It's not great. I mean, Southsea's Good Space seems like a pretty solid card, but it'd be nice to get some by one drops here. Could force him to coin dagger. I think turn 2 I'd rather play the Bloodsail than weapon up. Sort of depends if we draw a deadly poison ray. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, did not want to see sap at this point. Now we've got a new board as well. It's like a corrupted version of one of the old boards. Who's spinning out of the chair? It's got eyes. Ouch. Don't know why it took so long to figure out that turn. So I will dagger here. Because that leaves my Bloodsail at a 3/3, which is going to be good at dealing with his 2/3. And also gives me a dagger. So. He's playing the nerf telephony.
Here we go.
Could just Buccaneer and Eviscerate here. And I think I'm actually going to do that. So it forces him to weapon up next turn. Which means I can play this onto an empty board. Hopefully my Squid Face can let me buff up my weapon so I can play Bloodsail into that. That's a nice card to see as well. That's an awesome intro. That's fine. Let's do this. I've got removal if he wants to play anything. So. If this turns into a card advantage game, this really helps me out.
I sail the slimy deeps.
Okay.
You want to one?
Truth is my shield.
That's a sap, I would say. Ooh, nice. To do that. Sap that.
Buy one! Buy one!
So I've got a lot of card draw on the board right now, which I'm happy about. Question is, do I swing? Probably not. It's a really slow turn. Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice here. I was thinking I could sack a creature just to give me another card. But I didn't really see the point in that.
Buy one! Buy one!
The light does not discriminate.
So,
Truth is my shield.
that's fine. He's quite low on health here. I could just draw an Eviscerate and get something from here. Betrayal. Nah, I can just do 1 damage with my face here.
Here we go.
See what I get from here first. Yeah. Sure. Could save the 3/2 of my betrayal actually. Sounds like a plan.
Buy one!
And this also sets up lethal.
I enjoy raiding!
Unless he's got a taunt for that.
I get
Yeah, cool. Beckon of Evil. Okay. A couple of servants to help you open the old gods paths. So some of the, like all the Cthulhu buffs apparently have been taken out of Arena. Well, they were never put into Arena. Um, I guess, I don't really know why, because they're all, well, most of them are sort of solid for their mana curve anyway, in terms of stats, but I guess people might have got a bit salty about getting these cards that were to buff for Legendary, but they're very unlikely to get. Um, I'm happy having a Southsea here. Can play that turn 1 against a Shaman. maybe even hold on to the coin for turn 4 Shadow Pan Rider. Turn 4 6/7, pretty awesome. Shaman is one of the classes that got the most good stuff from this, though, from the expansion. So I'm slightly scared about that. But hopefully we can just out-tempo him. Okay. Come on, to him. To him up, dude. Ah, he had the Stormforged axe. Okay. So we might have just lost the game. Well, Shadow Strike's some removal, so we can slow him down a bit anyway.
Greetings from beyond the grave.
Sure. I can always swing into the 3-2 if he wants to totem before he hits the 1-1 here. And if he does that, it will kill his totem as well, so that's a massive waste of tempo on his side. Just hoping he doesn't have a hex for my Shadow Pan, because I don't really have a lot of substance in my hand right now. It's mostly just answers. If he's smart, he'll just... that was not the right play. I was going to say if he's smart, he'll just hit the 1-1 with his 3-2. Play something. Unless he's got something to buff that. Betrayal isn't bad here. Neither's Deadly, actually. And I don't want to leave that up for him to trade into my Shadow Pan.
So many options.
Yeah, I don't really have any other play here, unfortunately.
Here we go.
I don't want to play my Shattered Sun into his weapon. We've got plenty of answers, so I'm just going to pass here. Okay. Sucks that he got the 1-1, that's probably the best totem for him there. Do I just play this as a 3-7 or do I waste my coin? Is the question. I guess I'll waste the coin.
We are the sword in the shadows.
I know I've got a fan of knives in here as well. It's just a bit aggravating that he's not playing anything that I can use my answers on. It's like constantly just the most annoying sticky stuff. Which is really how you should draft a Shaman deck. Getting sticky minions. It's all about getting board control. Okay.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Well, he's low on cards at least. I really want my fan of knives though. Yeah, would be pretty good. Or at least that sort of sucks for him. So I'm looking at this betrayal. Doesn't seem too bad.
So many options. Here we go.
See what he's got here. If I can keep forcing him to spend mana to deal with my stuff. Ooh, interesting. It's a new card. Please no taunt. Damn it. God damn it. I'm just not drawing any blooming creatures. It's like the most annoying draw ever. So I guess I'll have to eviscerate this
Here we go.
in order to remove that. Can't really play anything into that. So. Even just for 2-2, draw a card from his class. I would have been happy drawing it. At least gives me something to do just my mana, but I'm just not drawing any like creatures. So he's probably wondering if he should swing face here. Decides not to. Wow. I think I just lose here. I think it's just too big for me to deal with.
Here we go.
I mean, it's a 2-for-1 for him here if he even goes for that trade. You might choose to go face instead, which will let me Shattered Sun and then Hanzo. I mean, in his position, I'd probably go face here. With the weapon and just 6-5, because that puts more stuff on the board. Yeah, just decided to. Okay, well, I did the half measure.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So I want to swing here before playing Enhancer in case this gets a Divine Shield.
Anticipation commencing.
Here we go.
Well, not dead. Not quite dead. I'm almost there. If I had one more mana, I could have Shadow Strike to be Cobra. Unfortunately, it's just a bit too expensive. And taunt him. Okay.
I give up.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't draw any creatures. Don't know what to say about that. Shredder would have been nice earlier. How many spells do I have in the deck? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 spells altogether. The fact that my hand was, I think I drew more spells than creatures in that game. At least up to the halfway point. So the fact that that happened was very unlikely, but oh well. Got to roll with the punches. And a mage. Don't know if the mage got many
You
good
asked for it.
cards.
Watch your back.
We shall see. Just gonna go for my early game here. Simply Swarmer. That's quite a nice follow up to the turn 2 dagger.
I taste blood.
Cool. I wonder if I should have like tried to target his 3-1 just to make him think that I'm a bit of a noob. Go on attack. Eh.
Here we go.
Cool. Cool story, bruh. That's fine. It means I don't have to worry about keeping a weapon up at all times. So I can pilot it here into his 3-1, but he has a way of doing 3 damage thanks to that. I can coin Shadow Pan. I think I like coin Shadow Pan a bit more. It's not so weak to it's not weak at all to Fireball. And also next turn it leaves me with the Shadow Strike into Undercity Huckster. Or just the Clockwork Knight if he doesn't play anything.
The frost wolves stand ready.
There we go. Ooh. So I'm definitely going to trade here. I reckon.
Shadow strike.
Getting the unearthed raptor onto that is really good. Thing is, it sort of leaves me a bit weaker. And that's a really good turn 7. So I think I'm just going to play Clockwork here. And Flame Strike's kind of rubbish here, so it's unlikely that he'd play it. And even if he does, I can go Piloted and then copy the Death Rattle from Pilot Shredder.
I wonder.
I really like the Undercity Huckster so far. Seems awesome. There's an easy sap. I just play something else with Spice for Flame Strike until he's up to 9 mana. With 7 cards in hand, it's very likely that he's holding a Flame Strike. Well, maybe not that likely actually. Because with the new expansion, I think the newer cards are sort of more likely to show up. So it pushes the old cards like Flame Strike. That means it's a lot less likely to have them.
What to do? What to do? Time runs out on me.
Just play that last card you played again, dude. Okay. Chose to slow himself down a lot instead. Does suggest he could be holding Flame Strike though. It's not really anywhere I can play around it here though, fortunately.
So many options.
Guess I can do that and then I can swing to that twice instead of going face with it. Like, this is definitely happening. Question is, do I play around Flame Strike? Because otherwise you can swing that in and then Flame Strike. I mean, you can ping it anyway, can't you? So. Nah,
Here we go.
let's just do that. It sort of forces a ping, so. There it is. Ah, interesting. Ice Battle really sucks.
My mother does love this chance.
So I got removal here anyway. So dual mana do that much damage to a minion. Cool. Could just use it here. I could get the Faceless Behemoth down. Swing that in. That seems fine. Actually, I kind of like the other play more. So it puts stuff on the boards. It's less weak to polymorph, so it could force him to polymorph this.
You want to buy a funnel cake?
Here we go.
And also gets a lot of face damage in. And that wasn't a lethal miss because that card can't target the hero.
You win this.
Nice. Right. So, if we curve up, this deck does seem very, very powerful.
Watch.
The only thing is that we don't always curve up. Buccaneer's an awesome turn 1 against Warrior. He could have the... That's a really good curve actually. Either way. He could have the 2 mana, deal 1 damage to a minion, give it to attack card. But at the same time that is a basic card, so... Yeah, we're just wrecking this guy.
Here we go.
That was a terrible turn 1 play for him here. Oh, don't tell me he doesn't have a turn 3. Turn 2 even. Okay. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Bad, bro. Could just clear this.
Here we go.
This one I've got the war gun into weapon. But I will weapon up first. Oh, actually we can Bloodstone Raider here. Oh.
Here we go.
Would I rather hit the Bloodstone Raider than the 3-5? No, because of Cleave. Yeah. No one. I could actually sap that this turn. It's a sizable tempo swing. Lets me Argent Commander it next turn. Sure.
Here we go.
Free mana 3-5 is so overpowered. Like it's barely even a downside when you've got. Okay, it's barely even a downside when you've got I'm gonna choose to swing this in rather than this, because I feel like there's
Here we go.
you can get a better advantage at some point. Better swing with this. But it's barely even a downside when you're playing Rogue because of your hero ability. So good. Bash, fine. Could Shadow Strike that. I'm running out of removal though. So I'm just going to take the card advantage. Could do drawing some of my mid game. I know that one of the cards in his hand is a Yeti as well. So Shadow Strike is pretty good against the Yeti.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's quite weak. Not bad. Oh, unfortunately for him. Well, that's not bad because oh, actually I can just Betrayal here, so that's pretty bad for him. I get a 2-for-1 him. And he just concedes. Cool. Let's have one more game. I can end the episode.
Valera versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Watch your
Nice. Very nice. So I can go 1 into coin 3 into 3. or I can just play it as is. I think this code's fine though, either way. I'm happy with it.
Breathe.
The pleasure is mine. The light
What's he got?
Wow.
The heck? Is that a new emote? I think I'm gonna pass here. I can coin out a lid. No. Okay. Probably not coining it out. Probably gonna deadly poison then. Even if it does mean taking a sizable amount of damage from this guy. That's fine.
Here we go.
4 damage, no props. If he's got an ooze, I can always buccaneer and kill the ooze. That's quite slow. Wow, it did almost nothing that turn. I'll play this. I probably won't be able to attack with it next turn, but hey ho. Use him with a query of what he wants to do. Wow, he's not doing anything. Man, you're too kind. So I'm actually going to clear the 1-1 here, I think.
Here
Gives me a
we
great
go.
next turn. There's very little he can do this turn to kill the 4-4. That's not one of the things he can do. Shadow Strike's really good here. Sure.
Here we go.
So we're just curving up really well here.
Are you ready for this?
That's really slow. It's enhancer here.
Anticipation commencing.
Here we go.
I think Rogue is quite strong with this new expansion. So we're hitting him for 8s with this every turn, which is huge. Just going face here? I'd say so.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
Could actually play the Unearthed Raptor instead. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna go face here. I don't think. I'm gonna clear this. Sets up very likely lethal. He could have pulled some dumb combo out of his ass next turn, double that health, and then make his double his health again, and then make his attack equal to his health or something. People have pulled that on me before in Arena. It really sucks. There's no reason to risk something like that
I
when
can't do that. Here we go.
when I have lethal anyway. If I do the opposite thing. So, first thing I've learned is, these Silphid Swarmers are amazing in Rogue. Absolutely amazing. Um, Probably the only class it's actually good in, because Druid, the hero ability, you have to cost it if you want to attack with this every turn. Um, yeah, there's the end of episode 1. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, comment, favourite, and subscribe for more. And as always, I will see you guys next time.